Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Man in America. I'm your host, Seth Holhouse, coming to you live from the beautiful countryside of Ohio. So, 2000 Mules, the explosive documentary from Dinesh D'Souza, is finally out. And the mainstream media is foaming at the mouth to discredit it, of course. Will this documentary just be memory hold in history like the Cyber Symposium or the Maricopa audit? Or does it have the power to generate new momentum and maybe even correct what happened in 2020? On today's show, we're going to be digging into a movie review and an analysis of what might come next. So a few housekeeping notes before we start, folks. If you're not following me yet on social media, make sure you head over to Telegram and Truth Social, where you can find me as Man in America. And if you're watching this show on YouTube or Facebook, please at least come over to Rumble. And if you're watching on Rumble, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and the Rumble Plus button, however Rumble does that. Make sure you're over on Rumble watching this. And this show is brought to you by Rise TV. Rise TV is literally the reason I can do Man in America full time. With the big tech censorship and demonetization, they've made it really tough for people like me with a mission to tell the truth. And that's why we built Rise TV. Folks, right now we're at war, and it's an information war. And Man in America and Rise TV, this is how we're fighting. Look, we have a massive content library over there, and if you want to join the Q&A and further discussion at the end of the show, there is a link for a free trial in the description below. So come try it out. I think you're going to end up staying. And folks, I do believe that we have some very shaky times ahead of us. A lot of folks are looking for ways to protect their wealth, and I've always been one to recommend physical silver and gold. Putin has backed his ruble with gold, and there's rumor that China will be doing the same soon to follow. And combining that with the hyperinflation of the dollar, I believe that gold and silver are some of the safest assets to get through the turbulent times ahead. So for this, I'm confident in recommending Noble Gold. You can either buy gold and silver directly, or you can do an IRA transfer. You see, Noble Gold specializes in IRA transfers, which allow you to transfer your IRA into gold and silver, physical gold and silver that you own with zero taxes or penalties. So if you want to learn more about this, open up a new tab right now and go to goldwithseth.com. Or you can call 877-646-5347 to speak to someone right now. Again, that's 877-646-5347. All right, folks, on to today's show. So I was so excited. I finally got to watch the 2000 Mules documentary by Dinesh D'Souza, who they call the conservative James Moore. Anyway, it was fantastic. It was so good. And I was so inspired that it led me to do some research further into it. Okay. So as I dug further into it, though, I came to some disappointing things, and I want to share with you. Unfortunately, it's not true. You see, I in my research, I found this website, Snopes, and they told me that there's all these holes in the theories and that this whole mule thing, it just is not true. So if you're hoping for a review or some positive news about what's going to happen, this is it, folks. I'm sorry, dead end. It wasn't just Snopes, it was all the mainstream media. They all reported that they're just full of loopholes and just didn't make any sense. So I'm sorry. No, but actually, though, there is some real information we're going to be getting into today. And the same way that Snopes is fact-checking this and the mainstream media is attacking it, social media is not allowing us to talk about it. So if you are watching this show on Facebook or YouTube, we are going to cut the feed in the next 20 seconds. Because if I keep going and I keep talking about what I'm going to talk about today on YouTube or Facebook, then we are going to get our accounts probably canceled because we're not allowed to talk about what happened in 2020. All right. Also, Dinesh D'Souza, they call him the conservative Michael Moore. I was talking about Avatar recently, mixed up him and someone else. So anyway, if you're watching again, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we're cutting the feed. I wanted to at least come on here and tell you to come join us. There is a link in the description of the video. There's a link at the very top to the Rumble link where you can come over to Rumble and watch it live there, because if I continue this show on YouTube and Facebook, I'll probably get canceled. So Dom, go ahead and cut our feeds to Facebook and YouTube. and this is your last chance, come over and watch us on rumble.com, which is where we're going to continue today's show. So before we dive into the specifics, I'm going to start by showing you the trailer for 2000 Mules, because I'm not sure if you've seen the documentary yet or if you've even seen the trailer, but folks, this is an incredible documentary. I promise